Title of this video is Secret 19. Now I'm assuming some people may stumble onto this video. So I'll greet you in the service of the Most High God. Some people have been listening to me for a long time or whatever, a period of time. It is what it is. I will be dealing with everything, but I have to do it the way the universe is showing me to do it. Please be patient. You are looking at Ayatollah Aman, and I was just sitting here. It's kind of hard how to start this video, but it's people that they go into deep figuring out how they get to location, and it's wonderful because he's talking about code 19 in here at 1542, and if you just look, you'll probably see a lot of nines. You see 18 plus 1 is 9, 108 is 9, and you got the 95, but you can see it. And but I was just listening to him, and it's kind of funny. I want to like say other people out here that have done things such as my sister from another life, Kiera, who used to have a channel out here as well, called herself Oshun Ka Anu. And then she's calling herself Gotti. Oshun Ka Anu Gotti. But then me and her were talking for a quick moment, so she changed her Gotti to Gatti because God gave me the name Gat way back in the day, long time, 1992, summer 92. And Gat is big. You're not getting the God without going through the Gat, the regeneration, which is what Gat is. That's a chemical, GAT, regeneration of plants, and your Bible talks about it. So all this shit is metaphysical, and I'm not saying this. I try to stay off camera. I try to stay, but it's just sad because when you do that, people play you out because you wake them up and then they sell you out. But that's the human nature, which this brother talks about a lot too. So what I'm trying to tell y'all, when I used to listen to Ka Anu, and she just wrote me. Yes, she didn't write me, but she sent me some shit. Well, she don't never talk to me. That's why I know yesterday was a real special day. But even if you go to the 13 Sons channel back in the day, he showed you the clouds up in the sky and the lightning, but it ain't no thunder and shit. So you know that's not real. That's some other shit. That's like what we would call angels right above you in them clouds. But whenever God appeared, it was the clouds and the lightning and stuff like that. So I'm trying to get this out because we live at a time where people always running their mouth, or they always want you to rush and all that, and that's why they like the Bible says, they always get knowledge but never come into an understanding of the truth. Me, I represent the truth, and that's why I don't give a fuck what somebody else is talking about or saying or whatever. We're gonna do what we're gonna do. We're gonna do what God shows us. Now, the first thing I want to say, peace out to Haile Selassie. You see him in the picture, I behind you. But I like that slingshot because this brother he just did a video where he was talking about these damn devils exploiting the melanated people and the Rastafarians and all that. But they was trying to bring weed into, and he got busted. Now he ain't lying because all them devils do is lie. And this brother right here, Ayatollah Aman. Nah, I'm glad because I want to know what his stand was. Because like I'm totally drug free, but don't get me wrong, because I understand we're dealing with mysticism and a lot of people smoke the weed or whatever. But at the same time, you got to be man enough to admit that might not be the best thing for you when you in a spiritual warfare, especially if you're getting high all the fucking time. Let's keep it 100. So I'm gonna kick that real shit. When you come to me, you will be dealing with TRUTH, all capital letters, like GAT, all capital letters. Moses could not see the face of God without Gad in the clouds, Exodus 24:18. And if you know somebody else that was supposed to have some type of esoteric or whatever, that was the dude that Tupac fashioned his death after. That was the brother who started the Bible Believers, came out of him. Or the gentleman, I don't know if he was a brother, but the gentleman. And when I'm using brother right now, I'm using it in a spiritual term. But I forget his name. It's not even. Anyway, he came out of the Bible Believers, and the clouds used to follow him just like they did Moses. And the FBI would take pictures of this dude, William Brannon, take pictures of this dude with the flame over his head. Now I'm gonna tell you all a secret. If you go back to early stuff with William Brannon, you see the color orange followed him, just like it follows Trump. But in order to understand why that color orange is important, you have to understand past Pleiades, the 7 stars Pleiades. If you go past Pleiades or around that area, you're gonna see that orange as well. So as above, so below. And this is why Adolf Hitler spent a lot of time trying to connect to these guys that were here prior. So we don't water shit down. We don't talk based on your race. We just give you the truth. You have to be mature enough to deal with it. And as you can tell by my low numbers, people don't want to deal with the truth. They want what they want, and if they don't get it, they're gonna run like cowards somewhere else. But peace out to that slingshot. Because I was just listening to the brother, and he was talking about one of his new videos. He mentions David and Goliath, his most recent video, and there you go, big slingshot in the back. So it's kind of sweet how he has that. So why am I out here now? Now in the Freemasonry, they have a code 19. Now when we say code 19 again, peace out to who I call master teachers like Tanetta Muhammad, which I am definitely a student of her writings. Peace out to Kiara, who is the embodiment of Empress Khalifa. The ancient Mayans, the ancient Aztecs, the ancient Olmec, still in the building, waiting for the full time of the 400-year oppression. Because God said immediately he shows up. That's why, if you notice, these melanated people ain't rising. He mentioned that in one of his recent videos. Like, okay, today's date is the 30th of May. We about to be out of here. So just go to his channel and find like his most recent video around it. Because I think he had Goliath in the title. So he says it. So I don't want y'all to think I'm saying it. But he basically said, you know, even Rastafari, he said they staying weeded up and they're not doing shit. And about liberation, and he even went after the Malis as well. So I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Everything is here for a reason, because in Isaiah 45:6-7, God says, I'm in the darkness, I'm in the light, I'm in the good, I'm in the evil. And if you really, I'm not justifying and enabling, I'm strictly heterosexual. In fact, I left that whole thing alone. I focus on my ministry. But I still know if the higher up you go, you got a lot of androgynous angels. You can't get past that. And I also let you know, if you're not careful, like the people above you will play games with your life. That's why they gave you the book of Job, because they fuck with that man. Job had to stand up and take his power back. So you will get thrown in the deep by God and stuff like that. So you got to know all this. That's why I said, when you come here, you're going to get TRUTH. Whether you like it or not, I could give a fuck less what you like. God's word will be spoken in entirety, and I'm not worrying about nothing else. And I don't give a fuck about life or death. God come first. No disrespect to nobody else. That's why I say I respect everybody, ministries and how they go about it. But you also got to understand that in its own way, because all those people we talking about know about code 19. So then Muhammad told you about code 19, and it's all on your tarot cards. The major arcana of the tarot cards is telling you everything that's going down. So if you're really a so-called truth seeker, you can see other people out here on YouTube that are deciphering this, using the cards and showing you on the cards and stuff like that. Illuminati cards, tarot cards, but they're all written. Even 9/11. You see 19. And there used to be a rapper called Nine, or Tech Nine, or Nine. There's another rapper named Tech Nine, but I think there was another rapper who called himself Nine. So they associate 9 with the end as well. Some type of ending. So I was listening to the brother, remind me of the day, like I'm getting ready to see the 9 can't get away. I was getting ready to say even 9-Nania. So 9-Nania, this brother, and when she called herself Oshun Kai Nugati, she doesn't really have a channel no more. I don't think she calls herself Oshun anymore. But I would just be sitting here because I'm always multitasking. And I was watching his brother trying to struggle because he's got a code he uses. So he was just struggling, and I'm just sitting here waiting for him to get to the end, just like I do with Nania. And he finally got there. So he went through all this stuff, and he finally got to the number 19, which they have a code 19. But your 19 tarot card, 19 degrees, your tarot card is number 19. And if you go to your natal chart, if you see a 19, it's talking about the tarot card, which is the sun. Now you know the Egyptians worship the sun and the moon, or however they related to them. And if you know, even your scriptures tell you that this world will end with the sun burning everything up. And RFG Chosen One tells you that too. So pretty much the code 19 is in harmony of that. It's kind of like when either the Anunnaki show up, or the guys, the Elohim show up, or the angels show up. And also the destruction of this physical world, because we're going into a new world. And this is the first time I heard him say it. Because I never heard him say that this world would, but he finally said it in this video. He said it right before he started doing his math to get to number 19. Me personally, I've heard a lot. It's bits and pieces all over this, but I notice he's a little bit more pure. Because when you get involved with them secret societies and Freemasonry, for whatever reason, you're gonna get involved with a lot of shit, a lot of homosexuality, a lot of shit, stuff like that. So I wasn't called for that. In fact, I was called anti. See, I have a symbol for my name, and my symbol is almost like if I ever show it. But I know I was called to be anti-Masonic. Not that I'm going against them, but over here is no secrets and nothing like that. No secrets, no fake deaths, no. Here you get the pure truth, but like he's trying to tell you, the people don't want it. Because he says the same thing I do. Now, if you go back to the Haitians, when they told the Haitians they were slaves, oh no sir, they let that devil know immediately. Ain't gonna be no slaves over here. We'll show you what you're gonna see. You come over here and try to make us slaves, you're gonna see a lot of dead white motherfuckers. And if you don't notice, Haitians ain't never been nobody's slave. That shit ended as fast as it started. And he's in his video, he's going into the reasons why. Just like right now, you got a Kodak Black. There's a reason why Kodak Black is like anti-Nipsey. But you got to understand the deeper meaning behind it. And he addresses that. I think he addressed that in his newer video. So you got to go to his new video where he talks about Goliath. He really addressed it. See, it's always going to be light and darkness. You got to choose your path. See, I'm a Leo. My ruler is the sun. The Lion of Judah. The light. But we understand the darkness. We're not mad at the darkness, but we just don't. It's just like I said, y'all got to understand, when you understand who you are, you take back your universal power. See, this is the stuff I teach that people don't want to hear because they're on some low-level bullshit. And they're lusting after, coveting, and they're selling their soul. Because wherever you put your heart, that's where you're selling your soul. Like this year I had a girlfriend. Oh, I love my girl. Ain't nothing too much for my baby. I do anything for my baby, my baby, my baby, my baby, my baby. So you love your baby, your girlfriend more than you love God. That's just selling your soul to her. So you don't have to just necessarily take an oath. You might love your job like that. Oh, my job. No, listen, I make a good money. And I got all these authority in my job. I make all this money. I can take vacations. Oh, I would never lose my job. Now, my husband can get the hell out of here. Fuck him. Fuck her. No, my job comes first. So then you just sold your soul. You didn't say, or you didn't take an oath, but your heart is with your job. So anything you put in the head of God, that's you sold your soul. So that's why I say that was my calling. But now God has always used, like he used the Babylonian to discipline his people. But then once the discipline time was over, then he destroyed the Babylonians. So you just got to watch what you're doing. So why am I out here? Because again, I saw this brother. I just want to talk about that 19. So that's your secret. 19 is the rival. This is what's probably going to happen. First off, before that sun burn everybody up, you're going to have a deliverance. Just like Nania said, just like a lot of people say. He says it too. He even said like the ant people. And if you go to the book of Job, he tells you, go check out the ants. And I remember one time the 13th son, he just out of nowhere started talking about ants and shit. But he's saying that the ants, this brother right here, Aital Iman, he's saying that the ants are ancestors to the Anunnaki. And he said the Anunnaki took people underground when they destroyed the earth the other time. The previous time, they appeared and they took people underground, and then everybody on the surface was killed. But that's deep. But what I'm trying to tell you, I knew for a fact that 13th son was connected to whatever he was connected to. So it was kind of funny that one night he just came out of nowhere and started talking about ants. And in the book of Job, it says go to the ants. And right now we're studying the book of Job on this channel. This is the spiritual channel. So eventually we will find that verse where it says go to the ants. But I'm assuming that's when God started wigging out. Because God showed up in Job chapter 38 to Job chapter 41. God wigged out on Job. Like, how dare you question my integrity? How dare you? Where were you when I created this? And where were you? So we're almost there. I think we're at Job. Next one will be Job chapter 30. So the secret, the 19 is the enemy is going to burn by fire. And that's going to be the fire of a sun or more than one sun or whatever. But most of these Freemasons, the higher ups already know that shit. Like, everything you see is a script. Did he do it? Did he not? Did he come and did he that? And they tell you by the name, just like they said. Eric Holder is the name of the attorney, the highest attorney, the attorney general of Barack Obama. So if you tell me that was just a coincidence, it's not a coincidence, it's a code. And then this brother's showing you, Aital Iman, he's showing you it's all Masonic. And like I said, but don't get me wrong, like, they all have a purpose, but you just have to be careful. You really do. And a lot of people don't think the Messiah is necessary. But yeah, you got to have a Messiah. Because the Messiah fulfills everything. Without the Messiah, you can't have no deliverance. Like, the Messiah is your key into the other world that's coming. So if you don't have no Messiah, where's your key to the other world? So people have to be careful. That's one thing. A lot of these people are not. See, if you read Luke, like right now, you can go to my channel, the spiritual channel. We study Luke chapter 15 and 16. If you notice, Jesus Christ says something that takes you back to Matthew chapter 5 or whatever it was. But that chapter where he said the same thing about adultery and all that, but that's all about burning in fire, burning in hell. So that's why you see him talking about adultery. I think in Luke chapter, I think it was 16. It might have been Luke chapter 15. But either way, he did. Give me one moment. So the most important thing, whatever the Messiah is, as long as it's the correct Messiah, whatever name you're using, but you have to have a Messiah to get into that. That's all in the scriptures. And just like Gabriel came to Muhammad, like, you gotta have that key to the other side. If you don't got that key to the other side, you might be in self-deception. So put God first, don't lust.